to a guide. By Paul Andrew. Summary. Psalm 23. Fourth Sunday of Easter. Our responsorial psalm for this day, Psalm 23, is very personal. There are no references to we, our, or them, but only to my, me, I, and your. This is the testimony of King David, of his personal experience with God. In our gospel we hear, I am the door of the sheep. It does not say that. It is the Puerta del Triunfo. In El Salvador the door is a metaphor to refer to a guide. Guide me on the straight path, says Psalm 23. God also offers us moral guidance. In truth, he being the door, this makes it possible for the shepherd to enter and exit freely and pass between his fold and the pasture. He who does not enter through the door of the sheepfold is a thief, a bandit. However, some sheep dislike this and reject the idea of a door. In John 6:66 we read, from then on, many of his disciples turned away and no longer wanted to walk with him. Despite this, the Good Shepherd still continues to extend the invitation to bring them back into the fold. In the book of Revelation 3:20 we are told, behold, I stand at the door, and knock. If any man hear my voice, and open the door, I will come in unto him, and will sup with him, and he with me. In Ohio, Cleveland, there is a church that has a rest room with a door just behind the pulpit for the convenience of the pastor. The same room also has another door on the opposite side that leads to the parking lot. One day the priest was speaking with great eloquence about Revelation 3:20, and he with great enthusiasm exclaimed that the Lord was standing at the door of our hearts, shouting, let me in. Let me in. Adding a touch of drama to his message, the priest walked to the back door of the rest room behind the pulpit and knocked. He knocked on the door again and again, reminding his congregation that God was at the door of our hearts, exclaiming, let me in. Let me in. When, then, and suddenly, a pitiful moan was heard that said, wait a minute, just a minute. 2. The Lord is my shepherd. The shepherd can recognize up to more than 50 sheep for 2 years, and the sheep can recognize the face and voice of their shepherd. The sheep recognize his voice. 316. That is not the voice of the pastor, I told you so. You are like your mother. Can you ever do the right thing? Ephesians 4:29 says, let no corrupt speech come from your mouths, but every word that is good for edifying your neighbor. 3. He makes me lie down in green pastures. How is it possible that we can sit still in prayer when there is a strong distraction of people and events? We can do it by repeating in the silence within us, the Lord is my shepherd, I will lack nothing. The Lord is my shepherd, I will lack nothing. The Lord marks my steps. I'm not going to rush. He makes me stop and rest in the stillness of intervals. He provides me with images that are recorded in my mind and give me serenity. 4. You yourself prepare the table for me, in spite of my adversaries. When God is the provider of food, dinner will be exquisite.